Okay, so if I did this correctly, the premiere should be over by now, and it should have linked to this live stream that I have now made public. So, welcome everyone to the post-premiere live stream, where I guess I'm going to be doing a commentated breakdown, because I'm sure you all have a lot of questions. Fun Super Mario fact of the day. Mario makes an appearance in Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi as a cameo, but he was disguised as a stormtrooper, so you can't see his face. Sad. Time to be promoted to customer. Yeah, I can't say I expected that little catchphrase to pop up as another meme, but here we are. Okay, I think so. Like, that's that. Excuse me as I still set some things up, because I got a new monitor, which means I now have space to move some stuff. Wow, really? Okay. Excuse the interruptions, I should have done this earlier, but that's fine. Okay, wait. So, as with all things, they start at the beginning. How's my bitrate doing? I think it's doing pretty fine. So, as with all things, we start at the start. No duh. So this is simple, you know, going through the boot section. Oh, wait a second, hold on. Bitrate looks fine. That's good. Very cool. Got our first emulator freeze. Yep, that's lovely. Yep. It's as if I didn't even stop TASing. So we're here. We don't make a save file because that's slower. So I started the TAS at a specific time, so that I get a specific sticker that will help Peach out. I can't tell if my webcam is off center. I'm just gonna have to run it like this. So I have to wait a few frames on the difficulty selection because whatchamacallit, Kirby's AI did not want to cooperate with me for a few frames after. It is not a Bullfrog. It's actually a Peach weapon sticker. The Bullfrog Starbox Command sticker is not one of the stickers that you can get by starting a save file or just booting up the game for the first time. So here, in stark violation of the status quo, I use Mario here, like the 100% TAS, because turns out Mario using his down special on Kirby to push Kirby off when he uses his down B is faster than Kirby using his neutral B. So I do that, and now Kirby is gone for like 30-something levels. And so then, we choose Peach, because, you know, Peach. Pluck one Bob-Omb, RNG manipulate another Bob-Omb from an enemy, get another Bob-Omb from another enemy, get a cracker launcher. Because as you all saw, cracker launchers are incredibly useful and incredibly broken in a TAS setting. I get that Boomerang Primate to hit the Bob-Omb and basically kill himself. So I don't have to do anything. So this is just basically using the cracker launcher to fire frame-perfect shots. And doing more RNG manipulation with things like getting a soccer ball, getting more Bob-Ombs. That up air to hit the soccer ball, to hit this SPAC, to despawn it instantly, it was so precise. It almost just did not work, but I got it to work. So then I get a super mushroom and then a stitch face, and then I just finish it off by throwing the cracker launcher. And so then we have, actually, no, I lied, we have Kirby again, but as a boss fight, or using him in a boss fight against PD Piranha, in which we aim for Peach's cage for reasons I don't think I need to explain. So I defeat him using a combination of aerial hammer attacks and aerial attacks. I also get, like, 3 stickers by accident. Yes, you are correct. Zelda cannot pluck Bob-Ombs out of the ground. Oh, very cool. The playlist just stopped. Skill issue. So the stickers that I got here include Ho-Oh, Barrel Train, and Roach, which boost flame, leg, and electric attacks in that order. They're used for specific characters. Ugh. Zelda can't transform into a Stitch Face startup. Yes, you're right. So that's the first level. Now we're on the second level. Okay. Zelda's best move in Melee is that would be true. So here, turns out hits up B can move downward faster than his fast falling speed. So I use that to get a momentum boost. I then manipulate a bunny hood from that cube and then run over to the door. And then we enter this horde fight, which I take out with extreme speed. I do hear what's known as what I like to call an item smuggle or a Bob-Omb smuggle, in which, so, under normal circumstances, I cannot speak today apparently, go figure, you have a chance of dropping the item you're holding if you take launching knockback. That chance of dropping the item increases as your damage increases. But even at 999%, you still have a chance of holding an item, which means it's possible to explode while holding another explosive item. So I use that to effectively chain damage boosts. And here, I intentionally do a damage boost to freeze the camera instead of not freezing it, and then do what's known as the pause glitch. So basically, if you pause the game, the frame a fight starts, the camera is basically stuck in its side-scrolling moving mode. Instead of centering on a big fight area, it instead continues to follow the player. And so because of that, the camera blast zones are still present, which means if there are any enemies outside of the blast zones, they despawn immediately. So there's a creep you're supposed to fight, but it despawns immediately because the camera is all the way back here. So the fight ends instantly, and the door spawns. So I can then just move right to the door. So this was known for a pretty long while. But it turns out the reverse situation is also true, which I will explain in one level. So here, I had to do an autoscroller. I build up damage with that Jik enemy. I still don't know how to pronounce those things. So then I just build up a bunch of damage to manipulate 2 Bob-Ombs and then fly all over that fight trigger. And then enter that launch pad and enter the door. So remember how I saved Peach? Well, she's used here. So here, I pretty much gaslight RNG into giving me, how many Bob-Ombs is this? 1, that's 2, I'm slowing this down for you all. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I do another Bob-Omb smuggle. And then I get 2 more Bob-Ombs, 3 more Bob-Ombs, 4 more Bob-Ombs, 5, 6, 7 more Bob-Ombs. Each one is a 1 in 240 shot, I should say, in real-time play. But that doesn't matter. Because if I just get the correct RNG room seed, I know when they're going to spawn. In terms of a how far away the RNG value is. I should probably actually explain that. So, how the RNG works. This TAS guy is pretty strong. Let me fight him! Yes. So, I have a Lua script that I made. Thanks to Eon decompiling how the RNG function actually works in terms of advancing from one RNG value to another, and then how that RNG value correlates into actual item drops. So thank you, Eon, again. I do that every single time I explain all of this, because, like, you know, without her, I would not have been able to pretty much do any of this. I would have been stuck brute forcing by hand. So basically, the RNG function works by you have one value. It goes through some function to generate another one. I believe it multiplies it by some value and then adds another value and then truncates it so that only the least significant 8 digits at most are spawned in. If I remember correctly. If I'm explaining this correctly. And so, how that value corresponds to an actual item value, that RNG value is converted into a... It's converted into a number. I believe in most cases it's between it's between 0 and 1,000. And so then, whenever the game needs to load up or spawn an item, the game basically checks that number, and it goes through a list depending on what the item pool it's checking is, and I want to say the first item in that item pool with a number that's smaller than the RNG value number, that is what spawns. So I get a Stitch Face turnips here, so you'll eventually... No, I get a Bob-Omb here. So you'll eventually see. So I pull a Bob-Omb right here. Okay, this script is technically inaccurate. Like, it says that the current item spawn is a Bob-Omb, but it actually checks the frame after. So a Bob-Omb is supposed to spawn at this value, which is 4 values away from the current frame, and that's what happens. Similarly, hold on, let me actually adjust this script so it actually makes sense here. Give me 1 second. Can't believe I'm tassing in the middle of a post-commentary reveal stream. Here we are. And so here, we have the current item spawn set as a Stitch Face, and then a Stitch Face spawns. So yeah, basically all of the items in the game work like that, with the exception of stickers. They have their own item pool that I could not find, but what I still could do is just manually brute force everything the old-fashioned way, using the old brute forcing script. So here, remember what I said about the regular pause glitch and how there was a reverse thing? Well, here's the first instance of it. So basically, this fight consists of only one generator. So that's taken out basically instantly. how painful was the RNG to work with? Thanks to Lua scripts and stuff, not that painful. There were some painful moments, but overall it was pretty smooth. Again, thank you, Eon. So, I take out this generator, and then, the instant the fight ends, I pause the game and unpause it. So what this does is it basically keeps the camera stuck in ambush mode, where the game tries to center on objects of significance, which includes the player, enemies, specific items, like super mushrooms, heart containers, 100% related items. But outside of that, the game now ignores all of the preset camera limitations. So, with the reverse pause glitch active, I take out this last enemy so that the camera exclusively focuses on me. I then pluck up a bomb. Like, normally, the camera just does not scroll beyond this point. But with the reverse pause glitch, it doesn't care. So here, I'm able to just go all the way down to the end of the level. And evidently, the reverse pause glitch also allows the camera to rotate instead of being constantly fixed, so that's how you get those skybox glitches and stuff, but it's very freaky. So this was found at the tail end of the 100% TAS that I finished about a year ago. And so that called for the any percent TAS to be redone completely. So yeah, it's funny how all of that works. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm just checking to see if anyone's commented on the TAS video submission. No one's commented on it yet. That's fine. Okay. So yeah, that's the reverse pause glitch, which on its own saves. It knocks off entire minutes off of the TAS. Yeah, I know, but, like, some people comment on the TAS videos forum submission. But then, you know, apparently no one has yet. So, Donkey Kong, right? That block has a 50-50 shot of having a super mushroom or a poison mushroom, so I manipulate RNG, get a super mushroom. I also get a Bob-Omb, do a bunch of damage boost, and get another Bob-Omb. I cancel the landing lag from the cannon by doing a neutral special and then canceling the charge, which is cool. Donkey Kong rolling is faster than running. And so here I manipulate another Bob-Omb and partially skip the cannon autoscroller. And so here I manipulate another super mushroom and a Bob-Omb, do some rolling, go all the way over here. Get this Koopa shell to damage boost and then jump and fly over the trigger. I then cancel the ending animation with a roll because it turns out doing that is faster than jumping in the air and having it run out that way. Even though the grounded animation is slower. So, also skipping that fight, leaves this section of the room uninitialized, which has the side effect of making Donkey Kong seem as if he was running on air. So then I do a final damage boost on the Koopa shell. On the Koopas. And see, here we reach one of many auto-scrollers in the game where I farm stickers. That little bit was somewhat new movement. It's somewhat faster. It's new movement and somewhat faster, yeah. So I do all of those forward aerials to manipulate RNG to get a super mushroom, frame 1, no pause buffering required. I then manipulate a trophy stand and then chuck it at the giant Goomba to instantly end the fight and then enter the door. How does sticker farming work? How do I know what sticker I get? So, every item in the game has, like, its standard item ID, and then specific to some items like stickers, trophies, food items. All of them have their own sub-IDs. So I can find those sub-IDs in RAM, so I don't need to go through the entire level just to see what stickers I got. And so even though the new RNG Lua scripts don't work with stickers, I can still use the old script of just going through every RNG value sequentially, killing an enemy, seeing what item drops, and then loading a save state and then doing it over and over again. I can keep on doing that to properly get these stickers that spawn, and then I can make a list and then have another script show me what RNG value I'm at, and then what sticker drops at that particular value. And then, yeah, so this room we got some Raymark 3s, Entei, Link, Valoo, Musketeer, Daltania, so on and so forth. No Bob-Ombs yet, no Bullfrog, Star Fox commands, because they don't spawn here. And so here, we're on the plane. We choose Pit because Pit is faster than Mario. We start with some side rolling and then some gliding. And then some damage boosting, because, you know. I then build up a bunch of damage. I then clip out of bounds using that barricade to fly all the way over, through the wall, out of bounds, and then enter the door. And so then here, so this is another section where the reverse pause glitch is incredibly useful, but as a consequence, I should probably explain this. The reverse pause glitch and the normal pause glitch are mutually exclusive. You cannot do both. So I need to do this fight normally instead of just skipping it with the regular pause glitch. So here, I fire a bunch of arrows. Hold on a second. Yeah, I maneuver them off screen so that they don't despawn. Pardon the wonky camera. This part took a while to do. So I then start the fight. I kill one SPAC. I hit a boomerang primate and then kill another one. You can't have two camera modes active at the same time. Yes. The camera only has one mode. As far as I know, maybe there's some glitch that allows both to be active. Who knows? So with that first SPAC, I get up a bomb. Like, I pretty much end up just killing all of the enemies almost at the same time. I then manipulate one final Bob-Omb and then do the reverse pause glitch, which then allows me to ignore the camera's regular scrolling limits as are present in an autoscroller, which allows me to just fly right to the end of the level. That saved over 1,000 frames, I think. I did write this down. I have that in the TAS video submission. Hold on a second. Let me just bring that up real quick. Roll. 3 submissions. Cool. It's not showing up. Here it is. Yeah, it saved something like... Let me check this. So I have the thing up. So that room saved a grand total of 1,240 frames, which is a lot. Let me calculate that. Yeah, over 20 seconds. So the reverse pause glitch is completely broken. So now we're on the lake. We choose Fox because Fox is faster than Diddy, and we fight Rayquaza by using a series of back airs and up airs, dodging his attacks, but occasionally getting hit by them to be able to use attacks faster. And then finishing with an up smash. As it happens, a bunny hood spawns, so I fool around with that, and then accidentally trip, because, you know, it's just an ending section. So then we start this next room where we're back with Fox again. Turns out his side B is faster than running, because in Subspace they normalized all the characters' running speeds, where faster characters move slower, slower characters move faster. So for longer distances, Fox's fastest method of movement is his side B. Shorter methods, foxtrotting is actually faster by like a frame, go figure. And also go figure, we got another emulator freeze. Gotta love it. So with this level, we have like an entire series of relatively small time saves. We're talking like a frame or two. And then those blocks are best broken by Fox using his neutral special, which he uses a gun to fire a laser. So here we use the pause glitch to despawn that giant Goomba, because those are annoying to deal with. I then manipulate a Bob-Omb, kill all of those Goombas by jumping on them, and then immediately break the block to properly advance through the level. So then I fire a laser at that switch, enter the door, and then use more side Bs to enter that door. So the fastest method of taking out that Toto is 2 back airs on a slightly charged forward smash, because 3 back airs leaves it with like a sliver of HP remaining. Why is this emulator always freezing? Oh my god. That's funny. No, it's not. That's not funny. So another thing I should mention about the side special is that by pressing B like at most like for 3 frames before it actually activates or something like that, he can shorten it. Shortening it conserves his momentum a lot better, which makes it faster than the full charge side B in some instances. So again, I have to manipulate stickers here. So at this part, I found it was possible to reflect a bullet bill and then reflect it again. Its speed actually increases a fair bit, which means I can't just play ping pong with myself. And so here I build up a little bit more damage with the Bob-Omb before the autoscroller ends. I then slightly clip through that edge and then enter the cannon. Barely. This is an autoscroller section. So, the fastest method of taking out this fight is having Bowser intentionally use side B. Side B. We have the stock advantage, so even though we both die, we win. I use a back air to hit him right as he grabs me, so that I have more control, because Bowser's damage is higher. So I do that so that he can side B earlier, and I can still maneuver to off the edge. And that's the end of the lake. And now we're on the Ruined Zoo, which is another autoscroller. You'll begin to notice a pattern. So it's at this point where I've collected all of the stickers that I can and need to at this point. The rest of the stickers that I need don't spawn until the ruins. So I fool around, basically. The Z era with no hitbox. So the thing about the reverse pause glitch is that, crucially, it needs a fight in order for the glitch to actually happen. So if there's no fight where the camera enters an ambush mode, it doesn't work. So here I choose Ness. Fastest ways of damaging include edge-canceling attacks off of Porky's top and down-tilting, because Subspace doesn't have any still move negation. So the move always does its maximum amount, and so it's faster to spam this and then finish it off with a down smash. Unfortunately, Ness dies. Kinda. So we're back to Lucas. So, the thing about here is that you'll notice throughout the task that I charge a smash attack before I'm getting damage. And that's because getting hit while charging a smash attack increases your knockback by a factor of 1.2. Nintendo Entertainment System, yes. And so, by doing that, at specific points, I'm able to launch with a higher speed than what should be possible at a given percent. So I use that to my advantage at several points. And as it turns out, it would have been faster for me to do that in that Sea of Clouds room on the Halberd with Peach. It's about a 70 frame time save or so, but that's like 1 second. It would require me to do everything. So, no. So here I use the pause glitch to take out that fight more easily. And then I do a bounce boost with that Glunder to reach over here. So, I haven't mentioned bounce boosting before, so under normal circumstances, if you take launching knockback in Subspace in side-scrolling mode, the camera freezes in place, and so it leads to the intended mechanic of the camera freezing if you launch too far too quickly and you die. But if you move into a wall or a ceiling, the instant you get attacked, you take knockback, technically you didn't enter the taking damage animation, so the camera doesn't freeze. And so because of that, you can fly all over the place. And so there I used a smash attack boost to increase my knockback there. So that was found, the more generalized version of that was found in the first Subspace TAS I made in like 2020, so that was like 4 years ago actually. There's electric attacks follow a different property. They don't require you to be moving into a wall or a ceiling immediately. The only requirement is as long as hit lag is still present. So before you actually get launched. So that technique was known for a while. I found the general version in the first Subspace TAS, so this has been used for a while. And it's broken. And so here we're on the Battlefield Fortress. I choose Marth. Rolling is slightly faster than running for here, but actually it's more the fact that manipulating RNG. So the Primate here does a smash attack, smash punch, which I then do a smash attack boost to move all the way over. I then shield SDI teleport with the sword primed stab attack, because that has a larger SDI multiplier than all other attacks for some reason. I don't know why. So I then take damage, manipulate a Bob-Omb, take damage, manipulate another Bob-Omb, bounce boost all the way over to the end, and then shield SDI teleport all the way over. So Marth's down tilt is the only attack that can break that switch. I've tried everything else. Nothing else works. No idea why. Ugh. So here, I lure a rotor over here, manipulate a Bob-Omb, do another smash attack boost to launch all the way over there. I then choose Meta Knight. Goodbye, Marth. Did you try Final Smash? Smash balls do not spawn in Subspace. So here I just go to town with cracker launchers and Bob-Ombs and everything else. And more cracker launchers. And a blast box, which I don't think is actually... No, it's used to despawn. Nope, never mind. It was used to get that scope primate over so that the other scope primate and that one despawn immediately. So now, Meta Knight has an incredibly ridiculous recovery, so I use that to fly over this first fight. I then go through the second fight, actually do it this time instead of backtracking to the first fight. So the autoscroller was already skipped before by triggering this fight, triggering the second fight, triggering this fight, triggering the first fight, luring the two primates over, starting the autoscroller, killing those two primates at a specific point so you regain camera movement, and then going over to the end. Turns out it's faster to do the second fight normally, do the reverse pause glitch, take out all of these enemies while building up damage, and then damage boosting to the end. It's about a few seconds faster, I think. Where did my... Oh. So let me see here. Battlefield Fortress, I believe this is 8-4. It's a little over 3 seconds faster using this method. And so here I have to do a long fall down. I do a slight amount of RNG manipulation to get a Bob-Omb instantly. I then fly all the way over to this fight, manipulating a bunch of items, including motion sensor bombs, regular Bob-Ombs, and then bounce boosting all the way over to the second minecart. I then manipulate a final bomb to just launch all the way over. I then use the infinite dimensional cape to fly over there. I then use Meta Knight again, get another Bob-Omb, and combine that with the primate smash attack to just launch right over the fight trigger and end the level. So here we have the forest. The first instance of an oddly high amount of times of using Yoshi, in which you start by using egg roll. Instead of using the pause glitch here, I do this fight normally, again manipulating multiple items, including Bob-Ombs, motion sensor bombs. So here, there was an odd section where I basically got a phantom hit, where I got like an extra 2% and 1 frame of SDI movement. No idea why that happens, but regardless, I use that to my advantage by moving over here, building up damage. I do a smash attack boost here alongside the reverse pause glitch to just barely make it over the second bite trigger with the help of an egg throw, and then I fall down right to the door, which saves 250 frames. I then snipe this Trowlon, get another bomb, bounce boost with it, get another bomb, bounce boost with it. Use the regular pause glitch for this fight. I barely am able to slow down enough to not die off of the right blast zone. Waiting for the emulator to unfreeze. I then take out all of the puppets, manipulating another bomb, and then entering the door. Subspace update. There has been a recent epidemic of the fighters blowing themselves up with explosives at point-blank range and causing massive brain damage. Unfortunate. So here, I do a smash attack boost with the fish to boost over here a lot more quickly than usual. So, an odd thing, smash attack boosting also increases the amount of hit lag you're in. So it gives you more frames to move around for some reason. No idea why. So here I damage boost with the shell pod. And then I do a final bounce boost with those fish enemies to fly right over the fight trigger. I end up going too high. So I actually have to ground pound in order to not die. Those ground pounds were not just for show. So here we have Zero Suit Samus. Dash attacking through the blocks is faster than not dash attacking through them. Dodging is faster than dash attacking or just running to the elevator. And so then that's it for Zero Suit Samus. We use Pikachu. Fastest movement is quick attack canceling, which I use to move all over the place. PP, as is often said. So the thing about quick attack cancels, it's faster to edge cancel them, so I do that whenever necessary. Here, I use the pause glitch instead. It's possible to skip this fight just by doing a combination of a side B and an up B, but it's faster to skip this fight using the pause glitch, because if I skip this fight without doing the fight, I have to skip the fight slowly on the way back, but it's faster to go back with a damage boost. So here I grab the key that I need to unlock the door. So you're intended to make your way up there and then hit the switch. You can hit it from below using quick attack, using Pikachu's down B or Zero Suit Samus's up B. It can be cheesed by both characters. So here I manipulate a bomb and then bounce boost all the way over. So I grab the ledge. Basically, I do, borrowing terminology from the Mario 64 TAS community, I do a glitchy ledge grab to make my way back up and then enter the door. And then quick attack cancel all the way up here and enter the door. And another autoscroller, which I use to build up damage. I have 2 cups of water this time instead of 1. So here, turns out it's faster to manipulate a bomb and then end the fight like that instead of using thunder to knock them off the blast zone. So here again, manipulate a bomb, do a bounce boost. Here I do a series of quick attack cancels. A slight optimization here. I quick attack up here and then down to make the door spawn. Wait for it. To make the door spawn, just barely, instead of being forced to wait for the door. Not entirely late, just mostly right. Hey. So here, I use a series of quark mines at 700 something percent to do an incredibly quick damage boost. Right over a fight trigger, by the way. And then I'm barely able to land on the ground and then enter the door. The lake shore. So this, I intentionally hid this part. I did not show this to anyone until the actual premiere because of how absolutely crazy it is. So, you fight an AI Peach. I manipulate it to grab a Stitch face and then steal the Stitch face from it. And then just Z-drop it and then just finish her off. This part was only 16 frames faster. But it is just... it is one of the sickest parts of the entire TAS. Absolutely insane. I love that part. Now, unfortunately, Mario and Link do not pull Stitch face turnips, so here I have to use the old strat of luring them to the side. I didn't mean for that to happen, but I think Link's boomerang actually helps here, because it caused Mario to go to the side a bit more quickly. Never interrupt your enemy when they are making a mistake. Is that like a Sun Tzu quote? That sounds like a Sun Tzu quote. So here I choose Yoshi again and egg roll. I believe it is. Oh my god. So I do a series of double jump cancels because, you know, you can do that on a rising platform. But Yoshi can also do that without a rising platform. So here I manipulate a bunch of RNG. So, normally, no. In the last TAS, the pause glitch was used to skip this fight completely. Well, guess what? Here, do this fight normally. Manipulating a bunch of RNG, getting a cracker launcher, which is fun. Manipulating a final bomb, doing the reverse pause glitch, and then doing a ground pound after moving to the right enough to just fall right to the end of the level. This saves 567 frames. And now we're just stuck in another autoscroller. Which you fool around with by trying to get this Buculus to over as far as possible. And like, I did not want to spend days testing this, so like I eventually found a path it could not cross, and so then I just gave up. Specifically here, because like it doesn't have enough HP. So then I just mess around again. And so eventually, after 5 eternities, we reach the ending door, and so then I choose Yoshi again, manipulating RNG to get a Bob-Omb, and then falling down into the minecart, boosting with the Bob-Omb, boosting with the fish, boosting with another fish. I have to wait for this stage cycle. Damage boosting to barely make the cycle, manipulating 2 Bob-Ombs, throwing the key, and then smuggling another Bob-Omb while boosting with 1. Turns out, it's possible to clip out of bounds here, which I used to skip a platforming section, and then I use the pause glitch here to despawn enemies off screen repeatedly, and then the fight's over, so then I just enter the door. And then I enter the door. You know, as one does. Did I ever do that one idea where I crouch in Morse code during an autoscroller? No, not this time. Sorry. In part because, like, a lot of autoscrollers were skipped this time around. So here I use Lucas. I build up a bunch of damage and then do a smash attack boost to fly right over to this Borborus, get another Bob-Omb, and then launch all the way to the end. And so here I use a bunch of zap jumps, which is basically doing a double jump followed by a side B at the same time, and then following that with a down B, which is overall called the magnet pull technique, which is slightly faster than Lucas's normal running speed. And so I use that in combination with a bunch of SDI from those slams, then I manipulate a Bob-Omb from that fire pyramid, and then I launch all the way over to this fight. And then manipulate a series of items, including a Bob-Omb, multiple bombs, and a super mushroom. Here I use the reverse pause glitch to completely skip this second fight here, this third fight here, this fourth fight and auto-scrolling section here, and the elevator. So the old TAS was able to skip this last section and skipping through the barricade, but here I just skip everything else. And then I enter the door. So that room saved 584 frames, almost 10 whole seconds over a room that already skipped a lot, which is crazy. And then, as it turns out, Lucas's PK Thunder is useful here, which I use to drag Wario to this side of the stage. And so now we're at the cave. We choose Yoshi again, starting with an egg roll, canceling for a momentum boost a few times. Manipulating a Bob-Omb to damage boost up into the fight. Doing the reverse pause glitch is not faster here. Thank you, Mom. That is my mom. And yes, today is the 10th anniversary of the YouTube channel. I started this March 21st, 2014 at like 11 o'clock at night, which I think is sometimes why the date says started on March 22nd. No, I started it on March 21st. So this is the 10th anniversary, which is why I'm doing all of this stuff today. Thank you, Mom. So here I end that fight, get a Bob-Omb, boost with it, get another Bob-Omb, and then boost with it again. All the way over to the ending door. And then, starting with this room, I grab the key by doing a neutral aerial, getting hit by the flame intentionally, doing a bunch of SDI, teching on the wall, throwing the key, doing a neutral aerial to fast fall, and then entering the door. And then here I do an egg roll, boost with this Koopa. I have to make sure not to go up too quickly or else Yoshi dies off of the top blast zone. I then start this fight, which is an autoscroller in disguise because the gliders don't spawn immediately. So I manipulate a motion sensor, manipulate an Unura to make the glider that spawns down there basically despawn instantly. So here, I do a very careful damage boost. Hit the wall while still holding the Bob-Omb. Do the reverse pause glitch, getting underneath that giant Goomba fight. Basically, I have to be so low here to make sure that none of the other enemies spawn, because if other enemies spawn, they mess with the camera's focus point, and so I can only damage boost effectively if Yoshi is the only thing that the camera is focusing on. So using that second Bob-Omb that I smuggled, I damage boost to make my way back up. And then using the character storage glitch here, I continue using Yoshi instead of being forced to choose between Lucas or the Pokemon trainer. So here I manipulate RNG to get a Bob-Omb, multiple Bob-Ombs. In fact, I'm barely able to clip through that wall or barricade thing to not have to wait for a stage cycle. And so then I do a bunch of bounce boosts, get a Bob-Omb, bounce boost again, damage boost into the door. And so here is the first room where I can effectively farm Bullfrog Star Fox command stickers. Post your Bullfrog Star Fox command emotes in the chat if you are a member, and if not, you can just post your Bullfrog Star Fox commands. I farm a lot of them. There you go, Optimus Skylar. And so at this point, I'm done farming stickers. So at this point, I just mess around. As it happens, it's faster to enter the 100% optimal door because that prematurely cancels the autoscroller. I'm pretty sure the character storage glitch was only used once. Yeah, it was only used once. And so canceling the autoscroller, I ground pound down to the ground, you know, and then bounce boost with the glider. And so here I enter this other autoscroller. Slight optimization I found. It's faster to dash attack into the triggers. And so here I use the pause glitch to pretty much delete these fights, these first two fights. And then with this third fight, I have to do normally because I use the reverse pause glitch here. So again, motion sensor bomb into Bob-Omb, just like the part in the cave. So then I do the reverse pause glitch. And then boost all the way over. Pretty much right to the end. And then use this final one to boost properly. So that room saved 1,078 frames over the old TAS. The old any percent TAS. And so here we commence the Get Dunked On protocol, where we bait Charizard off the edge and then footstool him. And then that's the end of the fight. And then sticker time. Paper Mario sticker star time. So in total, the Pokemon trainer gets an indirect special attack boost for his Rock Smash, Charizard's Rock Smash, alongside a direct special attack boost, again for Rock Smash, followed by a weapon attack boost, again for Rock Smash. Pit gets a Bullfrog Star Fox command, and a King Dodongo, and a Solid Snake sticker, which boosts explosive damage. Meta Knight gets Bullfrog Star Fox command, Musketeer Daltania for slash, Electrode for explosive, and Raymark 3 for weapon. So that boosts explosive damage and slash weapon damage, which does include his most of his attacks. And then a Ho Pikachu gets a Bullfrog, a Solid Snake, explosive stuff, a Boulder sticker for his neutral air, and then an Entei again for explosive. Fox gets a leg attack boost, followed by a Bullfrog, followed by a King Dodongo, followed by an Electrode. Again, all for explosives. Yoshi gets a leg attack, a Bullfrog, a Solid Snake, and a Bowser Jr. for tail attacks to increase the power of his up air. And a Rustle for Flame. And then that's it. So then we enter the wilds with Meta Knight. and a Bullfrog Star Fox command sticker to immediately boost, in which I use the Buckets attack to damage boost into the autoscroller. Okay, so this upcoming part is also like one of my favorites. So here I manipulate 2 Bob-Ombs, smuggling one of them, making sure not to drop it from any other damage boosts. So here, I do what I would like to call the super duper clippier skippier, which is a more super duper version of the clippier skippier that I found in the 100% TAS, which is itself a clippier skippier version of the plain old mountain clip used in RTA runs. So that protruding section of the cliff is glitchy in a way that allows me to SDI through it. And so I use that in combination with the first bounce boost to just fly right through the cliff and then enter the door. That saved over 4 seconds, 264 frames. It's crazy. And then we probably do another bounce boost into the other autoscroller. That ends up killing me prematurely, but it's fine because this is an autoscroller. So I have to wait like ages for this thing to end. So I go through Marth. Marth spawns and then dies, and then Ike spawns and then dies. And then we're back to Meta Knight. And so now I build up damage and manipulate a cracker launcher and manipulate another Bob-Omb. So here, I use the pause glitch here because, so, let me explain this. In fact, let me just read the submission notes that I did about this section, because I did write it. In fact, let me get that link real quick. So here's the submission notes. Save in the description. Let me just conveniently get to the wild section. So basically, I take out these 2 giant primates using a series of cracker launcher shots to deplete their health almost instantly with this first one. And then with the second one, I have to wait a bit for it to spawn anyway. It spawns on a cycle. So I fire so many cracker launcher shots. Hold on a second, let me see if I can get a photo of this. Or this in camera. I end up flashbanging it with like 5 or 6 shots at once. That is a screenshot to behold, but unfortunately it's off camera. And so then the fight ends, and then I bounce boost and then glide right over to the end of the door. So the whole thing about autoscrollers is that, technically speaking, autoscrollers and side-scrollers, they share the same camera mode, even though the camera does not properly side-scroll according to your position. So basically, if you take damage, the camera still freezes in place. It just scrolls to its intended spot first, and then the fight happens, and then the timer to count down how long it remains frozen for, then it finally starts counting down after the autoscroller is done. Well, no, after the main fight is done. So, like, with the game still in the autoscroller, the timer still counts down. But with that fight, if I don't use the pause glitch, that timer doesn't count down properly and it interferes with the damage boost. So what I then instead do is use the pause glitch to make it remain in side-scrolling mode so that the frozen timer goes down while the fight is taking place. And so then by the time the fight is done, the camera regains movement. And so then I do a bounce boost over to the door. So we fight Metal Gear, one of the Metal Gear models anyway, in which I do a series of neutral layers and down smashes and a damage boost to end it, destroy it immediately. And then the fight's over. Except, just kidding, we fight him again using Charizard, in which we gently hand him a rock. And then we gently hand him another rock. And then we gently hand him yet another rock. And then another one. And then another one. We gently hand him 5 pebbles, and for some reason this act of kindness just completely short-circuits his central processing unit, and so Galleon just dies. And then we gently hand him another rock. And so then we enter the Wilds 2, in which we use Pit first, not Yoshi. I do a smash attack boost over this fight trigger. So this is where the game's region comes into account. Long story short, PAL has 2 exclusive death warps. This is one of them. So by moving far enough and then dying, the respawn point is set beyond this section. So then I respawn as Yoshi. So I skip a fight and an auto-scroller and another fight. And then I clip out of bounds using the elevator and wall bonking. And then I damage boost out of bounds, manipulating another Bob-Omb, and then entering the door. And so then I smash attack boost with that thing, manipulate another Bob-Omb. Do this fight normally, because as it turns out, it's faster to do this fight really quickly and using the reverse pause glitch in comparison to skipping this fight and doing the auto-scroller. So here, reverse pause glitch by killing the final sword primate and then damage boosting with that same explosion. I then air dodge and then ground pound to very... it is required to do that in order to actually fall down to the ending zone. And so then that's the end of that fight. That saves something like 442 frames if I remember correctly. Yeah, 442. Yeah. Excuse me for a second as I take a break and give my voice a rest. Three months in the making. Okay, so now we're on to the swamp. We choose Fox because, you know, he's faster, and especially since we buffed him with stickers. Steamy. So we manipulate a bunch of explosives here and just boost right over to the end. And then we boost right over to this fight, in which we do normally, and then we do the first out of 2 reverse pause glitches in this level. There is 2 of them, and I should mention, this is the part in the 100% TAS where I originally found the reverse pause glitch, except this was on the second revisit, the last level of the game, at the tail end of the 100% TAS. So we are back to where this effectively all began. Right at the end, right here. So I use the reverse pause glitch. Boost completely off camera. So I break this block section first. I then jump and then fire a laser such that it misses this block that fires and the Koopa that spawns to hit the second blockade reaction to then make a way to the ending door that's right above there. Very tight window. I then boost with the bullet bill, and then tech, and then jump up, and then side B into the door. And then we fight Giant Diddy Kong. And I say fight, but instead we fire a laser at him to get him to dodge that in that direction, and then throw him off the edge. And so then we choose Fox again. This room is locked on a stage cycle. Thanks to these cannons, I'm able to skip that first fight, but unfortunately I still have to wait in order for the cannons to properly orient themselves. And so then with this section, I do a series of side Bs and damage boosts with the paratroopers, still holding the Bob-Omb, which is necessary. And then I damage boost all the way over to the end. Unlike the last time in the 100% TAS and the 80% TAS, I can't just repeatedly SDI while taking damage on these things, because my damage needs to be below a specific value in order for this next reverse pause glitch to work. So I side B into the autoscroller trigger. I end up dropping my Bob-Omb, which you'd think is a bad thing, but I can just manipulate another one. And it's fine, because I need to, I would have needed to manipulate another one anyway, because that first Bob-Omb's fuse runs out before this fight starts. So here I do this fight normally. You can't even use the regular pause glitch here, because these red paratroopers, they respawn infinitely unless you actually deplete their HP. You cannot knock them into the water. I actually use this to my advantage here in a moment. So, because you need to kill all of the enemies, that includes the bullet bills here. So, that red paratrooper ends up getting knocked into the water. It respawns. I chuck that Bob-Omb up. I damage boost with it alongside killing it properly. I then do the reverse pause glitch. That Bob-Omb I threw up hits a bullet bill. The one bullet bill that immediately spawns in. Turns out the Goombas still spawn, but it's not enough to prevent me from going all the way to the end. So a thing that I should mention about the reverse pause glitch in that second room, it skips an entire room and saves something like over 1,000 frames. It's crazy. Meanwhile, the reverse pause glitch, the second one, only saves 816 frames, which is still over... Let me check. 13.6 seconds, which is a lot. And so then we move on to Research Facility 2, where we have the return of the Quick Attack Cancel in combination with a bunch of bounce boosts. So this part, you're normally intended to hit that switch, make your way across, and then wait for the platforms to retract. Turns out with a well-timed bounce boost, it's just barely possible to just skip an entire stage cycle. I shield drop through this platform because it's much faster, or I think it's pretty faster than just doing a regular drop through it. In fact, I think with the ladder, it's not even possible to just do a regular fall through. And so here I then do another bounce boost and then fall down to the ground. And here I thunder these two Dark Samuses and then chuck the Bob-Omb at him. It's a few frames slower than what the old Any% TAS did, but I could not get what the old Any% TAS did for the life of me. So this is at least a lot more consistent. And so here, Samus gets her suit back. She's slower with the suit on, so we still choose Pikachu. So here we do a series of quick attack cancels and damage boosts. Better method of breaking through all of these blocks. Building up a bunch of damage, hitting that Rob missile, and flying all the way to the end. Here we do a smash attack boost. And then manipulate another Bob-Omb. Chuck it. And then fly right over to the end. So, under normal circumstances, my launch trajectory would have hit this ceiling part. But instead, I interrupt the knockback with an aerial attack, which then allows me to fast fall, which manipulates my vertical speed so that I barely make it through and not hit the ceiling, which saves time. So this part is fun. So I do a regular plain old damage boost here, and then clip through this ceiling by snapping onto the floor above. And then basically go through this entire thing backwards. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be possible to just clip right to the ending door, because wall snapping is not a thing, apparently. Regardless, this still saves a pretty decent amount of time over doing the normal route of still going through backwards. Ow. And then it just completely eviscerates the intended route of going to that bottom warp section first. And then doing a fight, and then doing a platforming section. And so on and so forth. And then filler room. And then Ridley! He's just some boss enemy. Not even special! I apologize for all the speakers blown out. And I'm sorry, Mom, if you had your headphones in. If you're still there. I should just move my microphone back. I'm sorry. So, Pikachu. So, this funny little thing. So, Ridley's tail attack is... It basically allows me to continuously cancel neutral airs, which I buffed up with the stickers that I put on. So basically, half of his health is gone in a few seconds. I manipulate RNG by doing a forward air there, so he does the tail attack twice. And I just knock him out completely. That room saved... 554 frames. Nearly 10 seconds. It basically cut the time in half. So here we are back with Captain Falcon foxtrotting is faster than running. I damage boost with the missile. I then damage boost with the rotor. I manipulate a Bob-Omb and then get hit by the Ouroboros. Pause glitch this fight, and then damage boost all the way over to the end. And now we are in the third ambush of the game. Yeah, third. So again, this is classic fare of manipulating a bunch of good items, including super mushrooms, cracker launchers, a green shell. Show me your moves. That's a lot of cracker launchers. And then we finish it off with a reverse Falcon Punch because that's faster. I manipulate RNG at the end of that fight in order to get a frame-perfect bomb at the start of this room, which helps. I then get another Bob-Omb and then just make my way up the level with a series of things. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. Alright, I'll keep it down like I usually try keeping it down at nights when I'm streaming. So here we are in another autoscroller where, you know, nothing else to be done, so I just fool around. I get, borrowing terminology once again from the Super Mario 64 TAS community, I get a Sword Primate Jamboree present. All 6 of them. So, yeah. Also, I guess I should have mentioned, I damage boost into the fight trigger to start the autoscroller, no, the autoscroller trigger to start that a little earlier than the old TAS. How many frames did I save here? I saved 9 whole frames. So here, it's slightly faster to go back down and bounce boost with the Bob-Omb instead of just climbing up using the ladders and some shuttle loops. So here, I damage boost with this this enemy. I have to hit the wall in such a way as so that my angle is vertical enough. I do the pause glitch to make the fight end soon enough. And so then I end up pretty much halfway up the glacier when it ends. And so then Meta Knight versus Lucario, Meta Knight wins with a shuttle loop and a bomb throw because, you know. So now we are on the canyon featuring Yoshi's Last Hurrah, where I manipulated RNG to get a cracker launcher frame 1. So then I use that to extreme effectiveness alongside a bunch of soccer balls. I ricochet some cracker launcher shots off of the wall, and then, using the soccer ball at multiple points, I am able to pretty much knock out big Primids instantly. I also use it to take out those puppets. And then that green shell that I manipulated is able to take out the gliders when I'm not physically there. I then manipulate another green shell and then do the same thing. So this soccer ball here, I launch it such that it hits the first giant Primate, despawns it, and then because it's still the hitbox is still present, it basically knocks out 2 giant Primates at once. So that blast box was actually used to despawn an enemy's corpse a bit sooner than hitting the wall. So it was used, just not in the way that you would expect. So that's the end of that room, and now we use Snake. Turns out it's faster to just do a regular dash attack instead of doing a dash attack canceled up smash, which is still used, just not here. Gets a whole new meaning to killing two birds with one stone, but it's killing two big primates with one soccer ball. Oh my god. So here I use Dacus's and Primate's smash attacks, alongside building up extra damage to boost all the way to the end. And then we choose Mennonite. Goodbye, Snake. Snake, what happened? So here, they forgot to put a ceiling in this section, which I use to clip out of bounds. I have to maneuver in a way to make the camera snap to particular sections, because if it doesn't, I just end up dying. And so then I use this Scope Primate's attack to launch right over to the door. You're normally intended to destroy these generators and hit some switches going all the way across the room for that. You don't have to do that, apparently. And so here I manipulate a series of items, including super mushrooms, soccer balls, a bomb that's not actually used. Regardless, I'm able to destroy the auto lance frame 1 using the green shell, which then makes the door spawn. Here is just a basic boost to the end. So here I boost, regain control, RNG manipulate a bomb, and then just at the perfect time, I'm able to clip through this section and then enter the door. And then we choose Mennonite again, do a glide attack to increase their damage before they get knocked back. And then, well, they all die. Not Mennonite, though. With Mennonite, I manipulate RNG in a way to get this section done as quickly as possible. We get 4 bombs just casually in a row. And then, so I have to manipulate RNG for the next room to be as quick as possible, so I have to burn a few frames. That gives the humorous visual of Peach walking in mid-air off screen as she tries to enter the door because she still has knockback. Ah, very cool. The emulator froze again. So I immediately pluck one bomb and then do a series of boosts with the cork mines to boost to the end. I managed to manipulate RNG so that I pluck a frame-perfect bomb here. And so I then enter the door and then immediately pluck a Stitch Face to take out this fight. It's possible to do the reverse pause glitch here, but it's not actually faster. So I also manipulate a cracker launcher, get a bomb, and go all the way to the end, pluck another one, and then boost all the way to the end. It's possible to get, like, if the RNG were like one value different, it would be possible to get up a bomb something like 15 frames earlier, but then I run into a state cycle issue. I am too fast for the state cycle, so that doesn't work. So I don't. But I couldn't even if I could, because that it was one value away. Could not get that proper manipulation no matter what I tried. So here, I manipulate a bomb, boost all the way to the 100% collectibles platform, because it's faster to boost all the way up immediately and wait for the camera to spawn. So I get a bomb and then boost. I then get another bomb and then boost. So a thing that I did not mention, it's faster for Peach to not die in these sections, even though Peach is loaded in the following rooms, both for the Sea of Clouds and for Battleship Halberd Bridge from here, because for some reason, well, her assets are unloaded, even though Sheik isn't actually spawned in. so I don't die here. What is with this emulator freezing today? Come on. Come on. So here, second sticker manipulation. What was it? Kirby gets a barrel train sticker for leg boosts and a bullfrog sticker for Bob-Ombs. Captain Falcon gets DeRoach for electric attacks, barrel train for leg attacks, bullfrog, Boundish, and Solid Snake for explosives, and then Peach gets bullfrog, Baloo for indirect specials, Russell for explosives, Boundish for flame, and Peach for weapons. So basically this maxes out Stitch face damage and also increases Bob-Omb damage as much as possible. And so then we use that newfound strength to become the weapon that surpasses Metal Gear again, but for real this time. So then I manipulate RNG at the end game because, you know, we're waiting for the fight to end. So now we are in the Subspace Bomb Factory 1. Choose Pikachu, quick attack, cancel, and then I'm barely able to clip out of bounds with the elevator on its original descent. I don't need to wait for it. So here, I intentionally trigger this room's puzzle, which is just hitting a switch to unlock a door using a back air. So that unlocks this section again. And so then I'm able to just make my way down. And so then I damage boost over here. I use the pause glitch to despawn some enemies. I manipulate a green shell to remote kill that final Rob and then enter the door. So then we choose Captain Falcon again. Welcome back. Okay. My throat is getting drier as we speak. So, here we do a series of damage boosts and falcon kicks to break through these blocks to then start this fight. And then we do it normally because we can't actually skip it, and well, we can still use the reverse pause glitch here, which we use in combination with a smash attack boosted Bob-Omb to launch all the way to the ending door. And so here, this room's route also got changed. Kinda. So I manipulate a Bob-Omb, I hit that red switch, I grab it on the way over, I damage boost with the might to get up to that red switch more quickly, but as a consequence I have to wait in order to fast fall down, because if I fast fall too quickly, I die, because the camera isn't scrolled down that far. So here, I skip this fight, hit the blue switch, manipulate a Bob-Omb from the Rob Sentry, carry its momentum all the way to the left side, no, the right side, hit the green switch, boost again, and then boost one final time. So the normal route, or the old route, was going to the right first and then the left, but instead we're going left and then right. The directions are reversed because the camera, the face cam is not mirrored. So here we do a bounce boost followed by a falcon kick to break all of these blocks. Then we enter this launch pad, just charge through it, muscle through it. Barely possible to get this autoscroller trigger without dying. Okay, so this section is actually incredibly frustrating. So with a damage boost, it's possible to not trigger this autoscroller, but there are walls and ceilings present that make it impossible to fully get to the end of the level. So you'd think, okay, I guess I have to do this fight. Well, guess what? You can clip out of bounds incredibly precisely by using these buttons to damage boost out of bounds. But you can't use that in a way to properly skip to the end. So I'm forced to do this fight in which I clip out of bounds anyway. I use the pause glitch to make it go by more quickly, at least. So I end that fight. I have to manipulate RNG so that the start of this section goes by smoothly, in that I get a super mushroom and a cracker launcher in one after the other. And so then it's just a series of RNG manipulations to get good items, including more bombs, a cracker launcher, again eventually another bomb to get those Nagagogs as soon as possible, firing the cracker launcher a bunch of times, and then destroying these Armanks in one single shot. And then followed by choosing Rob to get over this fight trigger, like the third room in Battleship Halberd Interior. So this is the second Death Warp of PAL, which, like you don't need... So, like, this auto-scroller skip is still viable in other regions. It's just that you don't even Death Warp. The camera doesn't lock here. So if I were using the USA version, I would have just been able to use Captain Falcon and bounce boost or just damage boost with the Bob-Omb instead of using Rob. But instead, because this is the PAL version and I end up dying here because the camera doesn't scroll beyond this point, I use Rob as a sacrifice fly, as I mentioned in the premiere chat, to have Captain Falcon spawn in. So here I fall down using the Quark Mine to move down more quickly and enter this auto-scroller. Unfortunately, so this is also very unfortunate, with enough damage, it's possible to damage boost using this purple ceiling and clipping through that upper wall section to reach this lower section's floor. But unfortunately, the autoscroller to the right extends beyond the blast zone, which means I can't skip that autoscroller in that direction. But it doesn't extend beyond the blast zone to the left, which means if that floor were if it started at this section, I would be able to clip out of bounds, but it doesn't start there, so I can't. But you want to know what does allow this floor to get to the left side? Starting the autoscroller. It's a catch-22. So I grudgingly start this autoscroller, build up some damage, and enter the door as soon as possible, after which I boost to the end. We fight Meta Ridley, who is also just some boss enemy, not even special, in which those leg and electric attack stickers that I put on very much come in handy, because Meta Ridley is weak to electric attacks. So here I manipulate RNG in a very particular manner to get this next section off on the right foot. For that, let me get another drink of water. So, we have access to all of the characters we've used up to this point. So naturally, we choose Peach, because she can drop the Bob-Omb she's holding, and with that RNG I manipulated, pluck another one frame perfectly, which I can then use to do a chain boost, start this fight. So normally, you're supposed to go through an incredibly long auto-scroller after this fight, and then do another fight, followed by like 3 other fights. The old TAS did this fight, did the auto-scroller, did that second fight at the end of it, and then skipped past those last 3 fights using Meta Knight. Or, in the 100% TAS, used Peach and the downtime of the autoscroller to twist RNG into giving me like a billion different things to destroy that second fight as soon as possible. So here, I manipulated a bomb. Guess what we have at our disposal that we didn't have at our disposal the first time, or the second time, or the third time? The reverse pause glitch. So here, I need to destroy all of the enemies. I also need to collect that 100% collectible for some reason. No idea why that aggroes the camera. You don't technically need to despawn the generators, but if you wait long enough, they do spawn enemies that then need to be despawned. So, using a series of damage boosts, I am able to fly right over and then fall right over to the end of the level. Saves just over 50 seconds in one level with one glitch. And some smaller ones, but still. So here we have King DDD. Patrick, everyone died. The end. Yes. So here, King DDD has this fun little glitch called Hyperspeed Waddle, formerly known as the Jet Hammer glitch, where by using his down special and mashing the control stick, it's possible for King DDD to move at hyperspeed. So here I get damaged by the bomb bed, and then I manipulate a bomb to boost over to the door. And so then I up B, get damaged by the pop-ins attack, and then enter the door. And then I hyperspeed waddle over to the Fash, hit it, and basically chain boost with its weaker attacks in order to make my way up there. And then I damage boost with the might and enter the door. So, and then in this room, I hyperspeed waddle, hit the puppet, break some blocks, get hit by that puppet's second attack, and then enter the door. And then I smash attack boost with the might, and then fall and enter the door. And then here, you can't damage boost. You can't hyperspeed wall, so I'm forced to just normally platform through it. Like, ew, normal platforming in this TAS? So, in this fight with Bowser, I jump off stage, fast fall, and then use King DDD's inhale to do a DDD side, I guess. And which I still win because I have the stock advantage. It's not faster for Bowser to do his Bowser side. Why is this game mode called Subspace if the Subspace makes up... Is that 4? No, yes, 4 out of 31 levels. Oh my god. And so here we have Kirby. Did you know that the moveset of every fighter is the same as Kirby's? So that all of the techniques you've been polishing will not even come in handy on the Wii U version. So here, we just saved Peach. Peach's character up here. For no reason. I only did that because I felt like it. So here we do a series of damage boosts with the Cork Mines and the Fash to enter the door. And so here, this is the final instance of the reverse pause glitch. And so, remember that thing that I said about specific items aggravating the camera? Well, that includes character trophies, which means I am forced to go through and collect Yoshi, Link, and Lucario in order for this glitch to properly work. So here I do this fight. I'm forced to wait for the Armite to spawn, in which I generate a cracker launcher so that it dies instantly. So the funny thing about this section is that a heart container spawns on higher difficulties instead of a extra stock, which means I am forced to heal 100%. But that's fine because I took that into account. So I'm still able to use the reverse pause glitch and the Bob-Omb to skip through an autoscroller and skip the fight that goes after that. This reverse pause glitch, however, is not viable for 100% because Rob only spawns when the fight is completed at the end of that room. And if you skip the autoscroller doesn't end, which means the fight doesn't start, which means the fight can't end, which means Rob doesn't spawn. But hey, this isn't 100%, this is any percent. We don't need to worry about that. That room saves 1,283 frames. And so then we do a very cool bounce boost. I have to use an up B, which ends up putting me in helpless fall, but it's fine because I'm not waiting for that long. And then I actually destroy this ticket instead of letting it fall down to the ground, manipulating a bomb from it, doing a very precise bounce boost, so that I can then use my stone to fall right down. It completely skips the fight. No death warps needed or anything. That room saves 510 frames, nearly 10 whole seconds, which is also cool. And so then we are at the Great Maze. So first we fight PD Piranha, who then dies because I've manipulated everything to be in my favor. My damage needs to be below like 145 or something for a section upcoming to work. So like I am very close, but I am under. So goodbye Pit. So for anyone wondering why I occasionally jabbed enemies, so the Bob-Omb has its own SDI timer, right? Or hit lag timer before the game actually launches. Jabbing resets that hit lag timer, but it doesn't affect the knockback all that much. Which means jabbing makes them launch more quickly. So at multiple points, I manipulate two Bob-Ombs, or manipulate a Bob-Omb after I launch the first one. So this is that part that I was talking about. If my percentage was like a little bit higher, I would not have been able to snap down to the floor there and boost all the way to the end. And so at this point, it's just a series of damage boosts. Except for the fact that I boost in a way to clip out of bounds to skip a few rooms. Which is funny. And then we fight Yoshi. Goodbye. And so here we do a series of damage boosts. So here, I have to like go through the level kind of normally because boosting from one end to the other isn't viable because my percentage is way too large. So I manipulate a super mushroom to get through more quickly. I also manipulated a Bob-Omb. I do a back air to get to the right more quickly. And then I damage boost with the Bob-Omb and then go all the way over. Manipulating RNG by plucking a turnip at one point in order to get a double Bob-Omb on Diddy Kong. And so then I enter this door. We are on the Captain Falcon section. I use one Bob-Omb to boost all the way down. Fight Captain Falcon. Goodbye. So my percentage needs to be like a bit below like 976 in order to do that starting damage boost properly. So I barely do that. And here I manipulate RNG in a way that lets me damage boost up to this thing, pluck another Bob-Omb, and then drop it, and then SDI so that I can then hit the ground and then fall to the ground and enter the door. And then I do another bounce boost. So if you're wondering how I'm able to manipulate RNG properly during the downtime of those rooms, it is because, if you will eventually notice on this Lewis script, so you'll notice that the RNG is at like 31423 CDA, and then it follows by 125A 850B. Instead of 50B, it basically jumps to 500. The last two digits get rounded down to 0. So that has the effect of making the RNG sequence jump from one sequence to another. And so basically, if I stop one room at a particular RNG value, the next room has a completely different RNG sequence. So from the end of one, I can use some Python brute forcing scripts to effectively brute force a starting room seed that gives me a ideal situation. Also, goodbye Metal Gear again. Of course, then at some points, I basically get the correct things by complete accident. Like plucking a Bob-Omb here to then boost all the way over here. Goodbye, Snake. Snake, what happened? I cannot do any more impressions. My voice is slowly dying. But hey, it lasted longer than the live stream in the 100% TAS. So here, remember that thing that I did at Research Facility... No. Subspace Bomb Factory 1 with Pikachu. Well, I basically repeat that here. I'm able to just barely clip through. Out of bounds. And then we can say goodbye. Hi. Bye to Mr. Game & Watch. And so here we do a very sneaky clip out of bounds to skip the elevator again. And then we just make our way back up. And then boost again to Meta Knight this time. And assert our dominance. And then also manipulate RNG for the next room. Yeah, for some reason, like, that texture just breaks the illusion. No idea why, but it just does. So here, we drop the Bob-Omb, do a bounce boost, chain the manip, pluck a Bob-Omb from here, throw it forwards, so that I can then boost all the way over there. And then we say goodbye to Ness. So then we boost all the way over. And then break those blocks the instant I do a bounce boost, so that I'm not wasting as much time. And then I pluck another Bob-Omb. I break those blocks with a float down air, because you can't wall bonk if you're floating. Peach exclusive trick. And so here I do a series of bounce boosts and Bob-Omb pulls. And then we fight Porky. Never mind. And then boost all the way away. So that little moment, it's possible to snap onto the floor of those blocks and clip out of bounds, which saves a little bit of time. And so here, it's faster to damage boost and wait for the camera to unfreeze than it is to just travel through the level normally. Because Peach is kind of slow. This part took ages. It frustrated me. But I got it. We say goodbye to Samus. Manipulate RNG a bit. Ow. Okay. Do that whole float aerial thing again to break some blocks. Say goodbye to Pikachu. Ow. And then we pretty much do an item smuggle with the key. So that we don't drop the keys, so that we can just enter the door immediately. So this part, this part is fun. So I boost over, I hit the floor in idle, I manipulate a bomb, I then use an up air, and then I'm just able to bounce boost right back. Emulator freezing again, lovely. Then we bounce boost over to this side. So this section required like a bunch of very precise RNG manip. Yeah, here's a fun thing that was off screen. I manipulate a Mr. Saturn so that it hits the switch as I'm entering the door. Then we say goodbye to Robert, as the Premier chat said. And then we bounce boost all the way back. And then we fight Ridley, who is just some boss enemy. Not even special. I then have to manipulate RNG here specifically so that this section is proper, in which case I pluck up a bomb and then pretty much do a chain boost, which is cool. I then do another chain boost here, say goodbye to Bowser twice. Followed by kind of doing the same thing I did at the start of Path to the Ruins, except now I have a bomb at my disposal. Except I kind of had a bomb at my disposal before. Anyway, we're in this auto-scrolling section where we kind of do the same thing as in the Battlefield Fortress and skip some stuff with very good Bob-Omb RNG. I did not have to manipulate the room seed whatsoever to get that. And we say goodbye to DDD. Oh my god, who added me? Oh. And so then we do a chain boost with 2 Faishes and a Bob-Omb to just immediately enter this door. And then fight Falco, and then die. Now. Except no, we don't actually die, which is very crucial. Immediately exit the room that follows. We do a specific bounce boost. No, not even a bounce boost. This is a regular damage boost to enter the door. We bounce boost on here to, and then do the whole cannon cycle thing to fight Fox. So here is another section that I am very proud of. So I enter the cannon a few frames earlier by doing a forward air. So here, I chuck the Bob-Omb I'm holding. I pluck another one. I then get another Bob-Omb from the Hammer Bro. I Z-drop the Bob-Omb and then bounce boost on the corner. Do another specific series of bounces so that my vertical position or vertical velocity ends after a number of bounces. I then grab the Bob-Omb that I'm holding, flying off, and then damage boost with it so that I don't have to enter the minecart. It's only like not even 10 frames faster. than the 100% TAS, which kind of does something similar. And then we fight Meta Ridley, who is also just some boss enemy, not even special because he's already dead. So, a little bit of a time save. I dropped the Bob-Omb I'm holding and just immediately opt to pluck a Stitch Face, which is like 11 frames faster. And so then I bounce boost all the way over to here, destroy Mario. The first, a hit of Peach's up B has a similar results to jabbing. So here I manipulate RNG a bunch to get multiple Bob-Ombs. Pretty much a bunch in a row. Well, like 2 in the first room and then 2 in this room. And then followed by Metal Gear. Was. So here, again, manipulating RNG for the pre-room stuff, which actually extends a few rooms beyond to right here, where I get a Bob-Omb from a frame-perfect thing, and we do a different route than the old TAS, where I go to fight Wario, make my way back down, fight Zelda, make my way back, and then fight Charizard, and then fight Lucas, instead of fighting Charizard, and then Zelda, and then Wario, and then Lucas. It's about 1 second faster. So again, pre-room RNG manipulation equals multiple instances of RNG manipulation to get frame perfect bombs by Luigi. And we do the same thing here to get a good Bob-Omb and then enter this door. So the thing about pre-room RNG manipulation, it's a lot easier to do after the end of a fight because 1, you have multiple seconds of downtime where you're waiting for the camera to fade to black anyway, and 2, RNG advances by 1 every time you do a dash in fights. This behavior does not work in side-scrollers, so the rooms before side-scrollers is a lot more strict in comparison, and yet despite that, I was able to get one Bob-Omb smuggling another one, which is a lot faster. And so here we fight Rayquaza. Getting a slightly different attack pattern lets me just quick kill him. Don't need to dodge his attack or anything. I make sure to get the same RNG value that I did in the initial visit to this section. So that's as fast as possible. And so here now I am en route to Zelda. In which she's gone. And so then I manipulated RNG to get a Bob-Omb here, doing very specific movement, including a back air landing pancake underneath the arm ank so that it doesn't stop me, so that I can then dodge the launch pad and then I'll get right to the door. I then do similar manipulation so that I'm able to glide toss the Bob-Omb, triggering this platform, pulling another Bob-Omb, and then SDIing in a way that lets me land on that first floor and then immediately enter idle. And then bounce boosting with the those enemies to get to the end. So then I manipulate another Bob-Omb. Did I say another Bob-Omb? I meant 2. I should say, like, yeah, this somehow worked out, despite the fact that this previous room was a side-scrolling area. I'm forced to burn a few frames in this room so that this Charizard RNG works properly of me pulling 2 Bob-Ombs, or getting another Bob-Omb after throwing one of them. but then I'm able to pluck a frame perfect one again and then enter the room and then make my way back up. So the crucial time save here comes from the fact that I'm able to tech roll instead of needing to make my way to the ending door by just landing on it and then doing a get up animation. So that's where most of like the 50 frames of time save or so comes from. But hey, it's a time save, it's a new route. And so again, pre-room RNG manipulation into bounce boost, into frame perfect super mushroom, into a non-bounce boost bounce boost. Because like the crucial thing is that I did not enter the taking damage animation. So the camera does not freeze. So I have the super mushroom, I tech on the ground, I damage boost with this fish, and then do a series of boosts and bounces to enter that room. That room on its own saves something like over 5 seconds. Was it over 5 or over 6? Let me check. Yeah, over 5.5 seconds. Emulator freeze, gotta love it. Into, goodbye Lucario. Into unintentionally manipulating RNG for the Ice Climbers room to work in my favor. I did not plan this out. It just worked. So here I do a bounce boost to fall down more quickly, but unfortunately I can't bounce boost all the way down, so I have to just fall normally. So here, pluck another Bob-Omb, and then they're done. They're gone. And so here we're in the final section where I roll a bit and then damage boost with the might to boost all the way over there, and then boost over here, plucking a Stitch Face frame perfectly. Didn't mean to get this room RNG to work that well, and so then we say good hi bye to Ike. Why do I keep saying that? So here, did not do this in the old TAS. Turns out you can bounce boost in this section and slow down enough to fall all the way over to the door. And so then I pluck a bunch of Bob-Ombs and then make my way up to Marth. Manipulate RNG here because it's actually very crucial here. Because I need one Bob-Omb and then another Bob-Omb right here. Also, we're at frame 200,000. Unfortunately, did not get to Tabuu at 200,000. So, as it turns out, I was originally setting up Lewis scripts for the RNG here to get a frame perfect stitch. Turns out the correct room seed was doing nothing in Ganondorf's room. So here, yes, as the bookworm is saying, the best Tabuu fight ever done. It is frame perfect. Frame perfect stitch. Frame perfect RNG manip. And then we just do a series of Stitch Face Z drops in a way that I am barely able to get one final Z drop in right before he launches his attack. I think it's something like 2. And then that's it. The first ever Tabuu quick kill. Yes. And then that's time. That input to clear the stage clear screen was the final input needed to eventually get to the credits. And I guess that is that. I know I kind of glossed over like a bunch of stuff, but like keep in mind, explaining everything even loosely still took over 2 hours. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all enjoyed the TAS. I'm not gonna be doing an any percent TAS for a very long while. I think this is definitely optimized very, very well, unless I find something new that breaks this game apart again. But for now, like, unfortunately, the input file suggests that I'm close to the 56-minute barrier, but due to the way the game or the emulator handles on the external frame buffer, among other things, the actual time is something like 56:22, which means I'm still a decent amount away from another minute barrier. But at the same time, it's a relief because I don't need to worry. So, no, I'm still going to live stream. It's just not going to be about subspace testing. It's just going to be about other things. So, with that said, I guess I am signing off. Again, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Danny, for the total of $100 of donations. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll need to use this tech on Wipeout 3. Oh my god. Yes. Thank you all for watching. Have a good afternoon, or morning, or evening, or whatever time it is you're at. See you until then.